We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On first down, Newton. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 46.
15.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Shift. Hey, 57.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Hey, 57. 58, 58.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Wall. Get wall. Watch that. 8. Express. Here we go. Check. Ready?
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
20.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So it just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. And complete to Zach Ertz. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes got a man open. It's Sutton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. You ain't doing nothing today. Echoes, you ain't doing nothing today.
Now it's Mahomes again. He'll take a shot for the end. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taylor Gabriel, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 29. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. McManus now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And an alley to run. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He's going to field this at the 4. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Cut. And 58 is a Mike. Go 58 to the Mike.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they work this out past the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
We got this.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll have a first down past the 40. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Switch. 15.
Mahomes now on first down. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Mahomes now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
58, right over there. Mike, 58,
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. Caught by the tight end, Ertz.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. 15.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10.
20.
On first down, it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Another try after the first down sack. Newton A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
On third down, Newton going deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Mahomes. Now the pressure gets to him again. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
2 yards on the pickup.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Yellow, our good little lady. Stay with your man.
On 1st down, Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Mahomes now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Come back! 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You not shot. 58.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go, Lou, ladies! Hey, 43, 15. Check fit H3, 218. Chopper. Check.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Open man is Ross, complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
A 28-yard gain. First down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Check, crunch. Check three. Kill. Hey! Kill. Express! Slam.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Motion. Mike 54. Hey, 57 color.
On first down, Mahomes. It's caught. It's Miller. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check the backer. Check the backer. Attack, attack.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Sunday. Mike 55, Mike 55. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Mahomes to throw once more. Looking deep for Gabriel. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taylor Gabriel. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ps4 just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on second and long. Newton. Room past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now Newton on first down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
20.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. And an alley to run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
The end result, 21 yards. Newton to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense at balance.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. This is caught by Williams.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
Yellow.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Night, sweetheart. Delta. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. 15. Woo-hoo. And 58 is a Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. I got it. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here we go, D. Get 8.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Now it's Newton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now here's Ross. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton forced out to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Newton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
8, 20. Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's got it.
On first down, it's Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
That's the way.
Back to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
23.
Operating from the red zone now. Mahomes caught by the tight end Ertz. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Hey, check. 3 down. Yellow. There's a line, right? 54 Mike. Come on. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. It's our time.
One final try from Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I'd given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory.
Panthers.
Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put up whipped cream.
Maybe